get up, get up, get up.
All right, what's up, guys? Messed Up Podcast here for a player interview, talking to Tommy Hunter, relief pitcher, obviously, for the Mets. Just ask him a few questions. Rainy day here, going up against the Marlins. No better place to spend it, right? I mean, on a nice Friday night, little humid.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful day. So, obviously, your route back to the Mets has kind of been a difficult one. You had a big back surgery, and a lot was going on. What was that rehab process like for you?
It was different than most, but they let me go home. That was a good thing, but pretty not something you're gonna want to really go through. But made it back, and now we're here.
Do you ever have any tenuous moments during the rehab, thinking like not knowing what the future was going to hold?
Oh, I was done. Yeah, I was done. You guys can thank my wife for sitting here right now, because
Thank you, Ms. Hunter.
she put up a little challenge, and I took it, and it worked. So, but yeah, it's laying in bed like that, and it's not ideal. But there's big things that come out of it, and I was fortunate to be able to get back and have people that gave me a chance.
No, we're glad to have you back on the mound. As Mets fans, you've been great for us. But we actually want to talk about the hitting side, because famously last year, you got a big hit against the Atlanta Braves, and you had some famous quotes afterwards, got to live out a childhood memory, felt like a real baseball player. Run me through that at bat. I mean, when you got up there, did you think
that thing? Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
right.
Yeah, go
But
for it.
I knew I was getting a first pitch heater, and it was my only chance to get a hit, and I was like, I'm not missing it.
Yeah.
So I waited a long time for that, and a lot of people talking a lot of trash for so many years, coming out for BP when I shouldn't have been, just doing all kinds of things, talking trash to hitters, I've been doing it for so long that, not in that way, but trying to get this hit for so long that, I've made some people really mad, telling them I can hit better than them. And
Yeah, I can imagine.
then I finally got my first hit. So, it was fun. Running down first base was, I did it. It was sick. So, and there were people in the stands. My agent was there with a church group.
Oh, wow.
Randomly, didn't even know. I had other cousins that were there. It was fun. And, Freddie at first was immaculate, right? Because he was laughing right there with me. And then the other crazy part was Ron Washington and Rick Kranitz. So I played with both of them. They coached me, and they're both there, and they're laughing, and probably it was fun. So and they know my personality, the enjoyment that I got out of it, because they knew how many times they had to stop me from going out and trying to hit BP. So
Watching it on TV, you could see the smile on your face. I feel like nothing could have wiped it off.
Bro, it's seriously the greatest accomplishment of my career. That was a lot of stuff happened after that. Yeah, that was fun. That was it.
Yeah, right.
And then rounding the bases, the guys, I was color commenting myself rounding the bases. It was it shouldn't be that much of a joke in baseball, but it was fun. It was a good fun. Hopefully, nobody got their feelings hurt. But I was rounding second. They're gonna send Hunter. Oh my God, Peterson was helping me.
Yeah.
He was like, send him. They're top stepping. It was a home run. I'm gonna score. I hope. Right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
But man, that was wild. That was fun.
Oh, that's amazing. You kind of became a bit of a folk hero after that, even without pitching not soon thereafter, just your smile in the press conference. But coming back this year, after the whole year off, come back to play with Buck Showalter, former manager for a little while in Baltimore. What's that been like?
He's a good one. So it's fun. We had a lot of good runs, there, and it was good to give him a big hug. See Angela, my wife and Angela sat in many games together as well, and then having my kids and Angela seeing the boys, and it's been a few years in between, and it's fun. he's definitely the guy that you want posted up, with that mean scowl that he has all the time at the top step where you can just see his face, right? But, yeah, so it's iconic. But I mean, he's one of the best, and there's a reason he's here.
Has anything has changed about him over almost a decade since from Baltimore and New York?
He's lightened up a little bit.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of most old guys work.
No. He's I think I don't know. He's getting better with age, and he's still. I mean, he still has that Buck demeanor that is never gonna go away. But it was fun watching the guys in the meetings and stuff, having fun with him out on the mound, and that's not something that Baltimore team was gonna do, and it makes you smile. And
we see it on TV. They put fingers in his ears.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
They're messing with it, and I love it. But he lets things run, the way the players want to run it. And I think he said it a few times, like it's their game, and I'm just there to back them up, and that's what he does. So I'm glad to be back with him.
Yeah, so it feels like the team has a lot of big personalities, and I feel like especially in the bullpen. I mean, we've seen you obviously now with the Mets for a bit. We've seen Joely doing his different things. Who would you say is the biggest personality out in that pen?
Joely's fun. He's fun. He's a lot of fun. I think you're gonna have to go with him. He brings it every day, and he's loud. It's funny. Like when he comes down, Trevor Williams would be like, Joely's here. You hear him before you see him.
Yeah.
He's that guy, and I like being that guy sometimes, but he's definitely he's got me. He's eclipsed me on that.
We're going to move away from baseball for a second for a question that I couldn't even believe when we found it on your Wikipedia. But apparently you're a two-time junior champion in judo. Could you talk about that and maybe let us know if there's anyone on the team who you think could even possibly beat you in a fight?
No.
What was that like competing on stage though?
It was good. I was 5 years old. I wanted to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle,
Nice.
any 5-year-old. And my grandmother got me lessons at a judo studio in Mudokwan. It was a place right down the street, and we were going, and my sister had to walk me down there to go to these classes, and then she ended up taking it as well, and she was actually a lot better than I was. She was trained with the U.S. Olympic team for the 96 Olympics. She was out in Colorado Springs for a while doing that, so she was way better than I was. But I was fortunate enough to win a couple of those, and then it's kind of like riding a bike, so you don't really forget that kind of stuff. You're not forgetting that.
Never know where you're gonna have to use a couple.
Yeah, no, I mean, but judo's kind of like more like wrestling, but it's got some arm bars, choke holds, and things like that. So, but and you're talking about like the fighting thing. It's not like real fighting. Like anybody could knock me out, just at any given time. But it goes down to the ground.
Just more getting a sense if anyone had to size you up.
Oh yeah. No, we'll have fun. I'll play around with anybody if they want to. I mean, in the clubhouse, not outside, because I'm not any good anymore. But still like riding a bike.
Oh my god.
And then last question here, because we know you got to get ready for the game. Big Alabama guy, went to the University of Alabama. What do you think about the football team this year? Think you got a chance yet?
I mean, I'm not counting them out. So they have a good program down there. They put a good product on the field every Saturday, and I mean, somebody's gonna have to beat them, right? Like, I mean, it's everybody keeps saying it's this is the year that Alabama is gonna get crushed or this and that, and not really crushed, but somebody else is gonna win, and I don't know.
Yes, as a Gamecock, I've I've
people
seen
have
it for a
slowed
while
down.
now.
The "We Want Bama" signs are kind of slowly dwindling out.
Yeah, they beat Bama right before I got there, and since then it's not even been close.
Yeah. So no, I enjoy watching them. My wife went to Ohio State with all of her
Me
family.
too.
Yeah.
I went to Ohio State.
Yeah, so Ohio State fans are built different.
Yeah,
they're very different. They are very passionate. So
Psycho.
yes. So I've gotten to see that, and I mean, it's just I stay quiet on Saturdays, and they show out.
That's funny too, because last 8 years, Ohio State got Bama once, and Bama got Ohio State pretty badly once. You guys are waiting for the rubber match.
Yeah, we need it. Let it happen. I hope I'm going to be there. So let's go.
Open that championship this season.
Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. That was a great interview here with Tommy Hunter for the Mets Up podcast. Really appreciate you coming out, taking this time with us before the game, and wish the best of luck for you the rest of the season.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
We're talking with Chris Bassitt. You guys know him. He's been pitching all year for this team. He's been fantastic. Gonna ask him a few questions, get to know him a little better. Keep it nice and relaxed. First off, Chris, how do you like New York coming from Oakland? What's been the biggest difference in your mind?
Everything. The payroll. No, I mean, it's just one extreme to the other. I think media, one extreme to the other. The only thing I'd say is just city life's kind of the same, but everything else is drastically different.
What's your favorite thing about New York so far, and least favorite thing about New York so far?
Least favorite thing is how crazy traffic and these drivers are. A lot of them need to go through training again. The best I would say is like the restaurants. There's a lot of really good food, so it's like whatever you're in the mood for, you can go get it. So yeah, I'd say the restaurants.
I mean, you're a guy that's been well traveled. You've been on a couple different teams now throughout the minors too. Would you say that New York definitely has the best pizza in the country?
See, I'm not a person to ask that because I like the crappiest, and I'm not going to mention the names, but no. Just I don't want to say crappy, and then I like this pizza, but the really cheap pizza is actually what I like. Okay. And then I'm not like the $30 pizza. I'm not a fan of. So I'm a bad person to ask pizza questions.
I feel that. Bring it back to baseball, though. You kind of mentioned very, very candidly before about the differences between this team and the A's last year. There was a meme that went viral early in the season. Not sure how much track you guys keep of that, but where it was like you, Carrasco, McGill, and I think Scherzer like looking at an iPad together. What's it been like being with such like a veteran, savvy, and like collaborative pitching staff this year?
Yeah, I think it's been great because you can make mistakes. You're obviously going to make a lot of mistakes. Even if you're Max, you make mistakes. But when you have guys that have been there and done that, and they're able to point it out and really, I would say, teach you in the right way, it's been a real blessing for me. Honestly, I learned so much this year already. And it's really just us just pushing each other, and it's been a lot of fun.
You throw a bunch of different pitches, and of course, PitchCom is new this year.
Yeah.
What's your experience been like with PitchCom? Do you like it? What's your thoughts?
I would say I like it in the aspect that we don't got to worry about signed at second anymore, but I would like to have the button where I can push it. Now, I understand there's certain catchers and stuff that will absolutely hate that, honestly. Nito and McCann and all our guys probably will be like, we don't want you to do that. But, yeah, I would like to call my own game. I think that would make the game faster, put it that way.
Do you think it's been a more of a unique challenge for a pitcher like you because you have such a deep repertoire of so many different pitches? Like, how does that come from when you want to call a game versus when the catcher has to know what you're thinking?
Yeah, I would say when you have a pitcher that has a lot of pitches, chemistry is extremely important, and it's just so hard to throw years of experience with someone together in a matter of, say, weeks or months. I think we've done a really good job of it, of kind of catching up to where we should be. But coming from Oakland, where I knew Murph up and down and he knew me, and then coming over here, it was just different. But it's been fun in the aspect of truly learning a new person, new human, how they think and how I think, and it's been fun.
How's it feel to be competing? You know, the Oakland A's, you guys have made the playoffs a few times in the past, but the Mets are really in the thick of it right now in a tight NL East race. Is that something that the team's really thriving off, or you yourself? Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, I've been, I would say, in the so-called thick of it for the last couple of years, and it's very enjoyable. I've been on the opposite spectrum of that, where you had no chance, and that's just absolutely miserable. So, yeah, I would say it's a lot easier to come to the ballpark, work out, go and work out at 95 degrees and sweat your you-know-what off. But we have a real chance to do something special here, and I don't take that for granted.
Changing tones a little bit now. We saw that you played a lot of basketball in high school, recruited as a basketball player, eventually went to Akron for baseball. But if you had to pick a starting five from the players on the Mets roster,
okay,
who would be taking the court with you, the other four guys?
Okay, I'd be the point guard. Scherzer would be like he would be like the Draymond Green of our team.
Okay.
I I don't think he can really shoot, but he's like, yeah.
He'll work hard.
He's the 4 for us. I'm gonna go throw Ty in at 2.
Ooh.
I think Ty is gonna sneaky get somebody.
Pitcher's so funny.
Yeah.
Size.
We're gonna. Yeah. I think it's gonna keep going. Ty Lore is gonna be my 5. He's just gonna be my enforcer, rebounder, and then I need a shooter.
There's also doubles as who has the best jump shot on the Mets. Is perfect.
See, I haven't played basketball with anybody.
We looked up. We saw McNeil average 17 points a game in high school, which I had no idea about that until today.
See, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I did not know that either.
I'm not sure if Jeff knows it either. Still,
I'm gonna go with Marte at 3 just because I feel like Marte is the biggest freak athlete we got. So I think he's got to be good somehow. So I'm gonna go Marte at 3.
Okay, last question because you brought up Marte. Who had the best fashion for the Mets at the All-Star Game weekend?
Just body count, like Marte's like a Greek god. So yeah, I'd say like Marte just because he was showing off what he has. But overall, yeah, I would say Marte.
Awesome, yeah. Guys, that's our interview with Chris Bassitt. Chris, thanks so much for taking the time with us, and LFGM.
Let's go Mets.
Get up, get up, get up.